Good day, everybody. Welcome to our tour of England Mighty Mackerel. Nice to see you slide in there right at the start of the stream. Welcome. We are here in Carlisle, and today we are leaving England. We got a few people here. I see Donut Man, of course, there in the Airbus. Looks like Oki's on the other side of the field, and Dark Fury and Subvet SM1 seem to be getting very intimate there in Spitfires. We got Mighty Mackerel, who we saw pull in there right at the start. And we have, looks like number 10 Ox is there as ISO Radium. So I've rolled the time back 1 hour, but I've left the weather. See if we can get some dramatic shots here in the clouds and everything as we fly up. Flight's going to be about an hour. We're heading westward along the coast. And then we're going to turn in through the Galloway Forest Park area and then head up towards Prestwick, which will be our entry into Scotland. So let's hop on board and we can get ourselves ready to go. Alrighty, so we're on board the aircraft. And actually, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to need 30 seconds here. Because once again, forgot to do something, so just give me a second. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do this. It's simple. Check your controls. Let's try to do too many things at one time. Alright, let's get you over to... So many options. Single engine. Apply and save. And we should be good. Yeah, we are good. Alright. How do I get the other Spitfire to show not as a Cessna? I had that issue. Well, I'm seeing both Spits, as you can see. Although one of them seems a little bit lower than the other one. But I had that issue with, I can't remember who it was. Somebody else was showing up, and they were showing up as a Cherokee. But he said he had the Flying Irons one as well. So what can I say? I don't know what's going on with the model matching for multiplayer. Alright, so we'll turn that off. Let's get you off. We'll turn on the beacon light, the nav light, get the fuel pump going. And fuel is all good. Fuel pump off. Mixture is rich. Mags to both, and engine start. There we go. Our TOS system is tested and is okay, which is good news. Let's bring in that. So the winds at Gatwick are currently a little bit from the northwest. Oh, Kevin, was it you turned on and off generic models? So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of iffy sometimes. Anyway, the winds are out of the northwest, so we're going to head down to the bottom of 01, and we'll take off on runway 01. It's only 3,000 feet, fine for all us small guys, and then we'll head off on our course. Okay, do I want to get any lighting up in here on the panels? Do a little bit, because it is a little bit dark. The avionics are all the way up. Alrighty. I think we're ready to go. Donut Man is kind of phased out for a second. So we can avoid Buddy here with the push cart. We're not going to need it. So we're going to go this way, kind of the same way we came in. We're going to come down this way. We're going to taxi down, then make a left turn. We'll backtrack all the way to the end, and then we'll take off again on runway 01. So parking brake is released. And we will get rolling. Wayne, good to see you. We saw you pop in there in the Spitfire. Not exactly sure Eastbirds is here tonight. That's okay. Not expecting everyone to make it all the time. There's Oki over there, waiting for us. Here we got the Spitfires running. I don't see Mighty Mackerel showing us. I got 2 spits and a thing. Mighty Mackerel, if you are in chat, are you running the Flying Iron Spitfire? Because I know these 2 are. So that will be interesting to know. I think that's Kevin, if I remember right. Alright, we'll backtrack down. So landing lights and strobes are on. And again, we're going to keep this dramatic cloud effect. Just because it looks so good. And there's Oki on the other side. Great to see him over there. And this is a freeware airport off of flightsim.to. You can see the sign there on the side of that hangar. Welcome to Carlisle Lake District Airport. It's a very nice model. So if you're doing any general aviation flying out in this area, definitely one to grab. The author/creator has done a very nice job with it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you show up as a Spitfire yet. And again, not sure why when the other ones are. Alright, so we're going to go down to the end here and turn around. Interesting, she's not tracking straight. That's fine. All right. Let's turn around. Creaking there. Have the parking brake on. And it'll be a flaps 1 takeoff. There we go. So we'll just wait for the others. Everything else is pretty well set. Donut Man doing a little bit of a grass taxi there. And I'm not sure why, but oh, there he is. I was wondering why I was hearing the Merlin, but there's Wayne in behind us. So Wayne, I take it your recovery is doing better. That you're in here flying with us today. And here come the Spitfires. Oh, there's Dark putting it up on its nose. We'll wait for that's number 10 Ox there. ISO radium to get down here. Oki's doing his own thing. He's taking the other runway. That's fine. Alright, looks like everybody's coming in. So here we go. Well, at least you're back up and flying. That's a good thing. All right, so today we're going up to. I'm going to set 1,500 feet as our initial, and we'll see. We are going to be going through a few hilly, mountainy areas. So we'll see what we get. I'm going to set about a 500 foot for the climb. Take this off. Yeah, see the winds. A little bit of a tailwind. That's why Oki's gone down over to that side, which is fine. And then I want to set my CDI to that. All right, looks like he's up there and turned around. Let's go flying. We're at full power. We've got quite the drag off on the left side. Not sure what's going on there. Well, shouldn't be the wind. Anyway, we're off the ground a little early, so she was a little unstable. Get the nose down to get some speed up. And we'll get her through 500 feet. Something wrong with the avionics? That's never good. Alright, so we'll go autopilot on. We'll go to nav mode. Come up on the flaps. We'll make our turn on course. Again, we're going to be going westward and heading off down to the coast. So there goes Donut Man. So we got a few of the guys in behind us. One Spitfire flying by. Alright, so let's get ourselves up to 1,500 feet, and then we'll see where we're laying on the ground here for where we are. So we're kind of currently northeast of Carlisle, and town of Carlisle is over there, and the river's there. We're heading out towards the Barber Channel that you can see ahead of us. Alright, so 1,500 feet is starting to come up. It is rather dark in here. Turn on the floodlights. Myself a little bit of light. 1500 feet's coming up. We're going to come back onto power to about 2340. So it's easier for the other guys to keep up. 2350, there we go. And we're off. Yes, with some very dramatic cloud happening over this part of England, northwestern England. And again, we are going to be heading up into some hilly areas. It's not going to be too bad on this leg. Next leg, we get into the more rugged west coast of Scotland. Funny, the 172s I've flown have a glare shield light that's kind of under the panel here that can illuminate down onto the panel. Not seeing it in this aircraft. I mean, it's just, these are the instrument lighting and pedestal lighting for down there, which is fine. You'd think there'd be a glare shield light, which I'm not seeing anywhere. Oh well, that's what you get when you don't actually. I've never flown a glass cockpit 172, so who knows. There's Carlisle out that way we're saying goodbye to, and we're gonna head slightly north to west up along the northern coast of the waterway here and towards the town of Dumfries. And this is the, what do they call it? The Solway Coast Area of Natural Beauty. Jump outside, take a look. It's this area out here, very rugged. Coming up on the other side, where are we? In around here, that is the town of Annan. And again, this like kind of opens out to the Irish Sea, and the Isle of Man is not too far out from here. That's another interesting place. Oh, you like the waypoint names, eh? Yeah, well, need something. I actually flew into the Isle of Man for the first time in the sim just the other day in the DC-6 doing a cargo run down from Inverness. It was an interesting flight in the weather. There's the guys back behind us there, waiting for the Spitfires to start doing their targeting runs on me like they tend to do. And unfortunately, our guest star from last week, I don't see him in the air tonight. That was, of course, Sourdough Steve, who generated a lot of comments. But you can see, even with me rolling back the time an hour, how dark it is up here. Cloud cover doesn't help. But it's nice, adds in that Scottish mood to the flight. Nice view down onto the community here. And this is the generic scenery after the UK update, which was a couple months ago. I think it looks very nice. And then it's one of the things that makes flying the GA airplane so nice in the sim, is you can get down nice and low, and for the most part, although there are a few issues, you can see it's a really, really nice scenery. The hills starting over here, just to the north of us. So just kick up the power slightly back to 2350. So Prestwick, of course, is a international airport that we're going to be landing at. So nice long runways. I'm sure Donut Man will be happy to hear that. And I've been in there once, I believe. I flew in many years ago. Flight from Canada flew into Prestwick. We're going to leave the, when we turn to the north, we're going to leave the English countryside behind. And we'll be crossing the border into Scotland. Not sure exactly when that, well, I think we've already done it actually. We're in Scotland now. So the very, very south end of Scotland. So it's about 70 miles, a direct line from oh, there's looks like Donut Man is flying in my VA livery. It's picked it up. Oh, there we go. The Spitfire pass is happening. Nice to see the Fly UK livery flying beside me today. I'm sure that is not what he's loaded in, but that's what the sim has put in. Mackerel's heading out. There they are. Spitfires are playing up in the sky there. So we're actually heading up towards Dumfries, roughly. It looks like it's going to be just to the north of us as we go by. And then we'll be turning southwards to pick up a river and lake system. And we're going to follow that into the Galloway Forest Park. And we'll see what that's about. Alright, so this is the, I believe it's the A75. And that road runs this way all the way up to Dumfries. There we go. Well, hopefully Dark Fury's not going to pancake it into the ground there. Nicely done. Going vertical up into the clouds. Let's come over the top there. I think you just did a loop around me. Very nice. If you've never been to Scotland, this is kind of typical weather. I've been up in the north where you're in August wearing a jacket in the rain, and it's about 10 degrees. And that's a typical August day. Starting to see a little bit of that terrain variation starting to happen. The Cherokee Spitfire, or the Arrow Spitfire. Gotta love it. So a couple things to point on as we're cruising along here. Friend of the channel, Willie Canuck, is running a egg hunt. It's going to be an IFR-based general aviation egg hunt. There's a link to his website in the description below if you want more information. Should be a nice challenge. Give it a shot. We completed the South African or South American series of flights on Sunday, where we flew through a lot of South America and all the big cities. So that wrapped up on Sunday. This Sunday we're starting a new series, recreating a historic flight or series of flights that happened in December or in early January 1941, 1942. There's one slight modification due to the fact that the Pan Am Clipper that was used in those flights can fly a lot further than the A320, so we couldn't do that like in one shot. But it's going to recreate the flight, and we're going most of the way around the world. So we start in New Zealand, and we're heading to New York City, but we're taking the long way around. So that stream starts this Sunday at 1400 Zulu. So that's an Airbus A320 stream. So Donut Man, you'll be in your element if you want to join us for that one. And then on Monday, it is the final flight, final leg in our Asian capitals tour. Where the last one we landed in Canberra, Australia. And on the Monday night coming, we are flying from Canberra to Wellington, New Zealand. And that is going to wrap that series. And following that, the one people have been asking for, so a week Monday, get some hesitations there. A week Monday will be the start of our multiplayer community DC6 series. Here we are over Dumfries now. A Spitfire crash. Uh-oh. Somebody got too close to the ground. Either that or they collided in midair. Not sure what happened there. So yeah. Oh, it looks like it was the ground. So we're gonna start a DC6 series, and the legs aren't gonna be too long. They're gonna be maybe an hour to an hour and a half each leg. Except for the first one where we got to get to where we're going to be touring around. But it's going to be an opportunity for the community to do a number of legs flying the DC6. So it should be good. It's going to be live weather, live time. So they'll all, or sorry, I'm going to set the time for noon so that there's no issues about that. Noon local for all the flights, but live weather. So it'll be interesting to see what we get in regards to weather. And we'll be hopping around Germany pretty much. And it's going to be 3 months worth of flights. There is a lot of legs there. So that'll be good to see. And Donut Man, the Sunday series, it's got, I think, 13 legs. So we'll be going for like 3 months on that one as well. So there'll be plenty of time for you to join in. And we'll be going to some exotic places we haven't been yet. That's for sure. So you can see the Spitfire guys are having a blast. Alright, we've turned a little bit southwest. We're heading out over the rugged countryside, as you can see. That was the town of Dumfries there. We're now leaving. And we're heading down towards a place called Castle Douglas. And then we're going to make a right turn there and head up over the rivers. And not sure if that's an actual lock or not. Oh, there's that Spitfire. Almost had a midair there. Got a little bit of sunlight coming in here so you can see the terrain. We're not that high off the ground. It's starting to rise up, so we're maybe 1,000 feet off the ground right now. Oh, Kevin, you went in? Yeah, that ground can sneak up on you. It looks like Dark's trying to come in and do some formation flying here. I mean, Donut Man's got the formation stuff down with his A320 here. Just enjoying the scenery. So the A75 is over here. We're still kind of following that along. Not sure what this is there. This is not a road. A little should be the little community of Milton around here. I'm hearing engines around me again. There we go. Come the Spitfires. Well, that should be a Spitfire. Oh, look who it is. Hi, Nikki. Nice to see you pop in. We're heading up to, we're in Scotland now on this series of flights. And looks like we're going to come out of the clouds and get some sunshine out here. Oh, okay, you don't have the DC-6? Yeah, the problem with it, it flies at half the speed of the other stuff. So something maybe like the Caravan would work to keep up. You wouldn't be going that much, you know, the speed differential wouldn't be too great. What I find is that they fly half the height, half the speed, but they're like 3 times as busy in the cockpit. So you keep working in the inside of those things while you're flying. But a few people asked for the DC-6 series, so that's what we're going to be doing, a multiplayer one on that. Just as something a little bit different. And it should be kind of neat seeing a fleet of these planes. It's not going to be on VATSIM. I'm just doing it as a multiplayer. I'm waiting for the VATSIM controllers to get a bit more used to having these things around before I start going into VATSIM. But I have got something planned for VATSIM in the DC-6, which is going to be pretty epic. So there's the A75. We just crossed back over. It's heading off to the southwest. Castle Douglas, the town, is down that way. And I think we're heading towards this waterway you can just see in the distance, and then we're going to follow it to the northwest. Finally out in some sunshine. Oh, there's Stark over there in formation. Not sure the Spitfire likes flying this this slow though. Sorry, Oki, you don't know how to join what? Let me know. We'll get you going. If it's the DC-6 stuff, I'd say fly the Caravan. It'll probably be the best option for keeping yourself kind of with the group if you don't have the DC-6. So nice. That's the photo recon paint scheme there to blend in with the sky when they're up nice and high. That blue. And in Africa they actually used ones that were shaded pink because of all the dust in the from the sand. It would give the sky a pinkish hue, so they would blend in if they were a pink color. Wayne's doing inverted flight around me, stalling out of the sky. And Spitfire down. You could do the A320, but you're going to be a bit faster than the rest of us. Yeah, I got it on camera there, Wayne. So we have photographic evidence of you crashing the Spit as you stalled out and went down. Alright, so we're at the waterways here. We're going to head to the northwest. A town called New Galloway up at the end here that we're going to be heading up towards. And that's actually where we're going to make a turn. From New Galloway, we're going to head up towards Craig and Cowley. And kind of follow the hills here. So we're headed. We're going to be heading off into these hills that we can see here. DC-6 is a fun airplane. Okay, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Well, my type of flying that I do, and I have watched people that do everything themselves in it, but My thoughts towards it is that the DC-6 is a 3-man aircraft, and I use the AFE for what they're there to do, and I concentrate on navigation and flying the airplane, and I let the FO and the AFE run all the checks, and the AFE monitors power settings in flight. It makes it a lot easier, and lets you enjoy the airplane a bit more. And I do have a nice livery lined up for our flights on that series, so it should be good. And like I said, I've got a good idea for a VATSIM series, which will come later, and it'll be DC-6 based as well. I just hope they fix the gyro pilot. I was having problems with it on my last flight, where the wheel for increasing and decreasing your vertical speed wasn't working. So it was a bit of a pain, but I know they came up with a major update for it, so hopefully that's all sorted out. I haven't flown it since. There goes Dark. A little low-level buzz of the lake there, or the lock as they call it. Mighty Mackerel's in tail chase. Very nice. Then yeah, I'm sure Donut Man would just put the gear and flaps down and tag along with wherever we were going. So I think New Galloway is somewhere up here at the top end. So we're going to be turning in and heading out this way. So I think we're going to need to go up to 2,000 feet. So let's dial in 2,000 feet. Going to give me it in hundreds? There we go. I want 2,000 feet, and we'll do just a couple hundred feet climb just to get us up. I think the hills are going to start to rise up a little bit, but we've made our left turn there, and we're heading out towards this lake here. And we'll be coming up on the town of Craig and Cali, as I mentioned. We're going to kind of fly between some of these hills here. We should be okay. 2,000 feet should do it. Let's see what's around us. Everything is looking good. I think Wayne's playing catch up after he put his Spitfire into the ground. Donut Man's sneaking up. Loving those little lighting effects there in the sky with the clouds. You get that little hazy look going. Of course, one of the big things coming on the next update, the SIM update on, what's it, the 27th of July? Or at the end of the month? Is going to be particle effects. So we can see smoke coming off the tires and off the engines on engine starts, especially the DC-6. That's one of the things they said during the development, that you don't get the smoke off the radial engines like you would in real life, and you do in real life. So they're looking forward to when that gets put in, they'll be able to bring in that. And so when we start them up, there should be big clouds of smoke coming off them, which will be pretty neat. There's 2,000 feet coming up, 100 to go. Let's give it a little bit more on the power. Starting to level off. Should be good. There's the water. Not sure where that town is. According to the maps, it's around here somewhere. Definitely getting some sunshine on us now. So we're leaving that cloud bank there behind us. Oh, that was cool. You can see the shadow of the 172 on the nose of the A320 there. I think we're going to follow this river up here, and this takes us into that Galloway Forest Park. Nice gentle turn. Bring the power back again to 2350. There we go. The Spitfires are having a rough time today. So we got some lovely hills here. Oh yeah, you gotta have crash physics off in the sim. You'd be banging off of all kinds of things if you didn't. So we have not really any towns out here, but we are heading up towards Loch Dune. So we're going to be following the path up along this valley here. You can see the forests on the hills. Oh, there's Wayne's way off in the distance ahead of us there. Okay, they said there's a good chance it could be out by the end of this year. So they're making progress, and a lot of the stuff they solved with the DC-6 will be applied to that as well. And now that the DC-6 is released, a lot of that crew has gone over to the 737. So they said there's a good chance it could come out by the end of the year, and they're looking at perhaps the 747 being out early in 2022. So that's not bad. It's not bad at all. down to hesitations. A little bit of cloud. It's fine, we can go through that. And there's Loch Doon. That's where we're headed. Just making sure we're not too low here. And this is just a sample of some of the hills and scenery we're going to get when we fly into Western Scotland proper once we get north of Glasgow. Very nice, very rugged countryside. Sun behind the clouds, so we got about an hour to go before sunset, and we should be down by then in Prestwick. Some interesting names showing up. Cordy Moose, like that one. Flight Lieutenant Nairby. Obviously a British influence there. Oh, Mighty Mackerel's in doing some aerobatics. Wait to see if he flies into a tree while doing that. Little town of Craigmilloch is down here at this end of the loch, and up at the other end we got Craigengillan, which will be up at that point there, and then we're going to leave the loch, and we're coming right up for the heart of this forest park area. Some beautiful countryside out here. Let's look at these hills. There we are turning. Fly up to the north end of the loch here. Uh-oh. The Dark Fury's back over there. Did Dark Fury hit the ground? So it looks like all three of the Spitfires have gone down on this flight. Sure, the wing commander's not going to be too happy with you guys. Nice underpass there. Alright, so here's the little town of Craig and Gillen. A couple of bridges, a few buildings. Very small little towns. You can hear the Airbus behind me. I got somebody else flying along here. He's pretty close. Not sure who that is. Half a Douglas batter. Okay, let's see how many people get that reference. Well, actually, you'd be a quarter, wouldn't you? Because you really haven't lost one. So, BenFC85. Not sure who you are, but welcome to this little crowd that's flying along here. So we're just flying over Darlington, right here. And we're now making a turn to the northwest again. And this is going to take us out of the hill area. Oh, there we go. Oh, we've got a jet. That's a Goshawk who's come out to say hi. Very nice. Well, today's guest appearance by BenFC85. Giving us a little bit of aerobatics in his jet trainer. Very nice. Good to see you. So we're going to follow this up. We're heading towards the coast, as you can see. And then from here, we're going to turn north, and we're going to be heading up towards Prestwick itself. Now, we're currently flying over... Let's see if we can get the highway. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Well, if you're watching on the stream, say hi. So, not sure what the highway is, but this is the roadway that leads kind of northwest, following the river. Little town of Patna here. Captain Campbell, hello. How are you today? Glad you can make it. Yeah, the Spitfire should be fast enough to catch that airplane. So we're going to keep flying along this heading. We're heading up towards the coast of the coast and around Alloway, and then we're going to come in over air and up to Prestwick. So the current weather at Prestwick is, let's see, 310 at 10 and Kavok, which that's changed, but we're not too bad that way. So with 310, we're going to land on runway 30, and then it'll be a left-hand exit down to area H-ish, right around there, G or H. We're going to basically come in on a left base for runway 30. So the airport should be somewhere around there. And the airport elevation is 65 feet, so 1,000 feet will be more than enough. So we're doing pretty good. So let's dial in the 1,000 feet. And we're going to start down. Get ourselves down to circuit height. Well, somehow we already... Oh, there we go. A bit of a change in barometer there. I think the weather flicked over on us at one point. So we're currently flying by Dalrymple. It's a town right there. Whoa, just got a Spitfire to the corner of my eye. Now there goes mackerel in his spit. So that's the town of Alloway in front of us. Then we've got air. Then we've got Prestwick. The airport's just up over here. In fact, I think I can see Run of the One Rise right there. All right, so it is time to take control. So we're going to do a nice hard bank over. We'll get ourselves ready to land on runway 30. Let me turn this over to 30 as my reference. Oops, come on. That's my reference. There we go. Something about there. Holder around 1,000 feet. There's the population area. It's like 3 little towns back to back. Alloway, that's air, and then Prestwick is just up here. They kind of just blend into each other. So the runway should be off the far end of the one we're kind of paralleling. There it is there. I'll start bringing the speed back. Get her trimming out. Landing lights are on. Flaps 1. There's the runway. That was a very close look at a Spitfire belly. Flaps 2. And flaps 3. And we are way high, but that's fine. We can get the altitude down. That's not going to be an issue. As you will see, so we're 500 feet, which is actually not too bad from where we want to be. You want to be about 500 feet above the ground at the point that you make your base to final turn. So we're a little bit low now, but that's fine as well. We're going to manually and visually make the adjustments coming in. Drag it if we have to. So we land into that setting sun. We are a little bit fast for the flap setting, but that's fine. Over the threshold. And we'll ease the power. There we go. Let the speed come back and just let her settle. Pull her down to stall. There we go. And we are down. So we're going to roll down here to what used to be a runway. It's like a very tiny runway, but we're going to take it as a taxiway. Let's go over to the hangars there. I hear airplanes in behind us as everyone's landing now. As we arrive in Prestwick, our first Scottish airport on this tour. And she's wanting to wander, I'm not sure why. Down into this nice big area here. Seems like a good spot. Gotta leave room for Donut. We'll just turn in here. There we go. Parking brake is set. And the engine is off. And of course the logbook opens. Close that. Get everybody coming in. Very nice. We'll get the group photo. Looks like Dark didn't manage to rejoin us. I don't know. I don't see him moving. So we'll just wait for Oki to get in, and then we'll get the photo, and we will be good to go. So, not too close, Donut Man, or you're going to disappear. Oh, you are almost here? Okay. Oh, see your icon moving a little bit there. All right, here comes Oki. Yeah, so Donut Man, adjust yourself until you see yourself appear. The survivors are gathered, yeah. Still not sure where Dark is. Seeing movement on his tag a little bit. All right. Well, welcome to Prestwick. This is, as I mentioned, our first of our Scottish airports that we'll be visiting. We are about halfway through the tour, so thank you all for joining us this far, and hope you'll be with us for the rest of it. Getting a little bit of movement there on the icon. I don't know, Dark, maybe you want to do a flyover and show off for the group before we wrap up the stream, if you're not already down on the ground. Do what Oki did the other day. So as we wrap up here, just to mention again, Willie Canuck's egg hunt coming in a week or two. Details are listed on his website, which is located. There's a link in the description below. You can click on there, check it out, see what's going on with that. More information will be there, and as well our new series starting on Sunday, which is recreating a real historical event from December of 1941. That's going to be a lot of fun. Should be some interesting legs. We're going to places we haven't been, and it will be good. And then a week on Monday, we start the DC6 tour. So there'll be a lot of flying in that airplane, which should be really, really cool as well. Well, it looks like Dark took the safe route and landed the Spitfire on the grass, which is really what it was designed for in the first place. I know they were just switching over to paved runways for fighters and stuff at the time, but really it was designed to run on run off of grass, and that's really where it was home. And I don't think you could actually turn like that in the real one at that speed, not without it flipping over on its wing. Well, you think that was Eastbirds in the Goshawk there? All right, let's see if we can get the photo here, and then we will get out and say goodbye to everybody. And there we go. Everyone is here, and the photo is taken. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now.